Hello friends, I'm Lord Sixer. I use the male pronoun, and I'm just doing an update. I had a mental health issue recently. On the 9th, I was admitted into a hospitalization procedure for the suicidal thoughts I had and self-harm thoughts I had. I was there for about 5 days, and it was a lot more different than I expected. Hi, kitty. Kitty. Yeah, it was a very interesting experience. I went to all the group sessions that I could. I only missed one, and that was just because my mom was visiting at the time. And I'm on about like 5 different pills, six different pills now, all for a variety of different reasons. Some for the voices I hear, some for depression, some for anxiety, some for pain, and some for sleep. Yeah, I just wanted to touch base and say I apologize for not posting anything in a while. I've been in such a depressive funk, I just couldn't get myself to do anything. I hope I'm in view. I can't really tell with the flip camera I'm using. Yeah, it was definitely an experience. I was lucky enough to get my own room so I didn't have to share with anybody, which I was super thankful about. I don't know if it was because I was transgender or because I have minor agoraphobia. I wasn't really sure what the procedure was. I think I just got the only room that was by myself, and so I lucked out in that regard. I don't know if I could have handled having a roommate. Like, the idea of having a roommate that I have know nothing about scares the crap out of me. But yeah, it went well. I learned a bit more. I learned that my anxiety is really tied into the voices, and when I'm super anxiety ridden, close to having panic attacks, that's when the voices are strongest. Strongest is they are harder to ignore and kind of fight back against. So yeah, I was there for 5 days. I got home yesterday, and the first thing I did when I get home was vacuum the whole house. I wanted to just be useful as soon as I got here. I had a lot of downtime in the ward. But I talked to people, made a few friends. I did exchange a few numbers with a few people, but I sincerely doubt I'll hear from anybody. Just because that's how life is. Not that I was surprised. I didn't expect to have lasting friendships come from it. But it was nice having the few people there that were. Most of the ones I met were there for detox. And a few did hear voices and the like too, which made me feel a lot less alone. And as scary as the whole hospitalization was, I am glad that I did go through with it and go for it. The only reason I even did was because I had therapy the day before I got admitted, and I showed her my cut wounds and told her how I was feeling, and she recommended that I go and get hospitalized. And she explained as best as she could what would happen while I was in there to try to alleviate my fear, and I went right after speaking with her. We brought my mom in and explained things to her, which she understood. She wasn't angry or upset at me like I was half expecting. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Mutters, stop that. Look at this cute little kitty. He just wants to be on camera. He just loves it so. And I guess I was just so used to how my dad used to respond. Stop it, kitty. How my dad used to respond negatively to anything that, if there was fault in me, there was disgraced and shamed about me, and I'm glad none of that happened. She was very understanding. She brought me clothing and candy. and made it feel more normal than I was expecting, because growing up I was terrified of, oh, someone's down in the shower. I was terrified of going into hospitalization because I heard horror stories about it. That and like just how media portrays mental illness and going to hospitalization, how scary it can be. And it was scary. A few times there was someone having an episode. Like the day before I left, one of the other patients, I think he was schizophrenic as well, was out of reality and lost in fantasy, and he kept thinking he was getting attacked or he was in pain, and he didn't recognize people, and he had to get sedated and moved to the ICU, which was unfortunate because I've been in a situation where I'm lost and out of reality, and I'm just lucky that I don't have the violent hallucinations that happened. Or delusions, I should say. I think that's the correct one. Mine, I just kind of I still think I interact with people through YouTube. I actually think they're in the room with me and I'll interact with them like I think they would. And I get lost in my imaginary world. And I can understand feeling all of a sudden threatened and pain just from what we were watching. We were watching Justice League or something that night. And that was what really triggered him, was I guess a fight scene or something in it, and he got up and then he was kind of freaking out a little bit. He kept threatening people and using hate speeches, and I genuinely hope that guy gets the help he needs, because that was heartbreaking to hear, because everyone else was oh, get that guy out of here, he's scaring us, we don't feel safe. And I'm I don't feel safe entirely either, but I hope, if this is the correct course of action, please help him. I know how scary it is to lose reality, and it's just hard to come back from the fantasy world. Yeah, it was bad, but I do hope he gets the help he needs, and I think he will. I just feel bad that so many people were just so negatively against it last night. Or the night before. The night before last. But the experience was eye-opening, to say the least, and I do feel better than when I first went in. I didn't think I would, but I'm grateful. And later today they scheduled an appointment with my psychiatrist, with my psychiatrist, and I'm gonna go over all the medications, the new one that I can show him the medications that they put me on while I was in hospital, which is the 5 they put me on. 3 of them were already ones he had prescribed me, and the other ones are new. And so I'm hoping that it all goes good today and that I have a good day. I don't feel as bad, but I can feel my anxiety starting to rise. So I might take some of my medication in a bit for it. But yeah, that's all for now. Just wanted to give you the heads up and apologize again for not posting. It happens. If you suffer from depression too, or PTSD, or any issue really, I hope you'll be understanding to me as I would be to you. And I hope you get better, as I hope I get better. So I'll keep you all updated. If anything new pops up, I'll be sure to inform you. Alright. You all have a good day. Bye.